I want you to look out the window at the nearest city. Look at the skyscrapers made of steel. Look at the highways made of concrete. Look at the plastic in the trash cans. We feel like we have conquered the planet. We feel like our mark on Earth is permanent. But I have a humble question for you. If humanity disappeared tomorrow, how long would our civilization actually last? The answer is terrifyingly short. Within a few hundred years, our steel bridges would rust and collapse. Within a few thousand years, our concrete buildings would crumble into dust. Within 100,000 years, the glaciers would return and grind our cities into nothing. If an alien archaeologist visited Earth in 50 million years, they wouldn't find the Statue of Liberty. They wouldn't find our books. They wouldn't find our internet. They would find nothing, just a thin layer of strange chemicals in the rock. This leads to a haunting scientific question known as the Silurian Hypothesis. If our civilization can be erased so easily, how do we know we were the first? Earth is 4.5 billion years old. Modern humans have only been industrial for about 200 years. That is 0.000004% of Earth's history. Is it possible that deep in the prehistoric past, millions of years before the dinosaurs, or perhaps right alongside them, another advanced civilization rose and fell? And they vanished so completely that we have no idea they were ever here? In 2018, scientists from NASA and the University of Rochester published a paper exploring this exact idea. They were in /T saying that lizard people definitely existed. They were asking, if they did exist, would we be able to find them? The answer they found was disturbing. We rely on fossils to understand the past, but fossilization is incredibly rare. We have only found fossils for a tiny fraction of 1% of all the animals that ever lived. If an industrial civilization lasted for only 100,000 years, which is 500 times longer than we have been industrial, it likely wouldn't leave a single fossil record. They could have built cities. They could have driven cars. They could have had art and music. And the shifting of the tectonic plates would have ground it all into magma long ago. So, if we can't find their bones, and we can't find their cities, how would we know? The scientists suggest we look for chemical signatures. When humans burn fossil fuels, we change the carbon ratio in the atmosphere. When we use fertilizer, we change the nitrogen in the soil. And, of course, we leave behind plastic. If there was a civilization before us, they might have left a similar geological fingerprint. And here is the scary part. When we look at the geological record from 56 million years ago, during a time called the Paleocene thermal maximum, we see a massive spike in carbon and temperature. It looks almost exactly like what is happening to the Earth right now. Scientists usually explain this as a massive volcanic eruption. But the Silurian hypothesis forces us to ask, was it volcanoes? Or was it the exhaust fumes of a civilization that burned itself out? We assume that intelligence is a straight line. We think evolution moves from dumb to smart. But maybe intelligence is a cycle. Maybe Earth is like an Etch-a-Sketch. Every few million years, a species gets smart, builds a civilization, destroys the climate, and then gets shaken away, leaving a blank slate for the next species. Maybe the dinosaurs weren't just animals. Maybe the smartest of them looked at the stars and wondered if they were alone. We call this thought experiment the Silurian Hypothesis, after the doctor who creatures, the Silurians, who lived on Earth before humans. But it is more than just science fiction. It is a warning. We are currently leaving our own mark on the planet. We are leaving a layer of plastic, radioactive waste from nuclear tests, and carbon in the rocks. 50 million years from now, a new species, maybe evolved from rats or squids, might dig up that layer. They won't know our names. They won't know our songs. They won't know that we loved and cried and fought wars. They will just see a thin, dark line in the rock and wonder, what happened here? So, the next time you feel like humanity owns this planet, remember the timeline. We are just the current tenants, and if we aren't careful, we will be evicted just like the ones before us. I am your host. Subscribe for more history that might have happened.